Hey guys, what's going on? This is Combat Missions on Hara Dooms, and this is pretty much tips on how to be more effective on the combat missions, at least. And combat missions, for those you don't know, is basically just a rush type style game mode for Medal of Honor. And basically what it entails is you have to blow up 3 objectives, one at a time. You first start out with 75 tickets or whatever, respawns, whatever you want to call it. And basically you have until those 75 respawns to destroy the next objective. Once you destroy it, if you are under 35, you get 35 more, and if you're over your 35, then the respawns stay the exact same. And so what you got to do too is when you're attacking, at least, so this is more of a this is going to be all attacking tips, at least. You got to study your team too. I go about 1 in 6 here, I think 1 in 5 to start out with. I was using the machine gun. The room was only half full when we first started, and so basically what ended up happening was I was trying to rush against the Spec Ops people, because pretty much about almost all their people in their team are using Spec Ops, and so they have a little scanner, and they basically can see where you are. And right here I'm trying to deploy the bipod, and obviously I shouldn't have done that. I should have just tried shooting at him, and so he was able to clearly and easily headshot me. And pretty much I go and I end up changing myself to Spec Ops 2 to try to counter them. But when you're facing multiple Spec Ops people, it's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. And so I ended up trying the demo class, which was the very first game I actually ended up using it just to see how it was and stuff. I wasn't expecting to do too well. You've got to remember too that for everyone's perks except the Spec Ops, they don't replenish unless it's in this game mode. And once you destroy that objective, you get your perk replenished too. So when you're attacking, it's very helpful. And so it helps me later on too. Once we destroy the first and the second objectives for the armor, it gets fully replenished once I end up switching to the demo class here. I think it was after the next death. I ended up switching the classes, and that's something you've got to watch out for right there too, is the whole team pretty much died behind me. I killed the one guy, and I thought, it was completely fine, and the Spec Ops guy was in the room. He does the scan, he knows exactly where I am, he comes out, and there's no one to back me up, and I end up getting just basically destroyed. And this is, you got to use your scanner. You got to use your perks for all your classes and stuff. You just got to use them to your advantage. You don't want a whole team, either being Spec Ops, pretty much like this other team was, because basically, yeah, they can see where you are, but their weapons are a little bit less damaged. If you go and you compare all the other Spec Ops weapons to all the other classes, they do a little bit less damage than the normal ones in other classes. And so that's something you got to take in consideration too when you're in this the demolitions class, and you've got this armor and you've got an AK that's going to do more damage than their gun, and you're pretty much waiting for them to be there's 2 types of defenders too. There's going to be defenders who are going to be very, they're going to rush you, and they're going to try to be attacking you all the time. And there's going to be the other defenders who are just going to sit at the objective and wait for you to come to them. These guys were trying to attack us the whole entire time, and so what you got to do too is just be defensive. Let them come to you. If they're going to come to you, just sit there and just kill them, because that's basically what we did almost the whole entire game. We did that, we got our kill streaks up, and we were able to use the kill streaks then to push them back and plant the objectives. And so there's no need to rush out if they're just going to rush to you, just like morons, like they're just rushing up. I mean, we already planted it, so they're going to be rushing towards the bomb to try to defuse it. And another thing too that you've got to watch out for is when the attackers are blowing it up and stuff, or trying to defuse it. And once it gets blown up, they have about 10 seconds to run back basically to the next objectives. And so once you do blow it up, you got to try to attack them as soon as you can to try to get some kills, and shooting them in the back and stuff. So here I was using the grenade launcher for the first time, and we were able to push up a little bit on their left side, and they didn't really see us pushing up. And so that was helpful to get to get us set up there, and start putting some suppressive fire with the grenade launcher, that's probably my favorite kill streak so far, at least, because once you put that armor on, if you have your armor left, oh, it is just awesome. Like right here, he was trying to tomahawk me. He ended up tomahawking my other buddy. And basically, I just hit the wall and hit him, and you'll kill a guy with 1 shot with a direct hit. And you can kill multiple people with 1 shot too. That's another thing to watch out for when you're trying to just basically defend yourself. Like you'll see here. Another thing too, you've got to use your buddy system in here too, because Medal of Honor, it's in the fire team system. You'll see a little bit later on towards the end of the match when I get hit and the guy comes back, he heals me, we get more ammo, and vice versa when he gets hit too. I'll run up to him, heal him, give him some more ammo. Not only do you get more ammo, you get all your ammo replenished, you get your full health, but you also get points too. You got to remember you get 10 points for healing somebody and 20 points for the ammo, or it might be vice versa. But basically, you get 30 points, to help your buddy out, which is helpful. It gets your kill streaks up, or your defensive kill streaks, whichever you want to use. When you're attacking, I would say don't be afraid to use your defensive kill streaks. That smoke really, really helps when people aren't paying attention and stuff too. And this is just them they kept coming to us basically, and so we were just sitting in this room, and we kept trying to push it forward a few times. I know they had a helicopter out, and they had it like right in front of us too, and so we basically were just letting them come to us. I mean, there's no point in rushing out. And here's a good example of the fire team too, where he ends up dying, and if your buddy dies, just wait for him to respawn, because there's no point in rushing out and you dying and having both of your guys run all the way back to the spawn, all the way up to the forward objective. And I absolutely love the small. There was a good small kill there too, and I think I get no, that's right. He ended up killing him, but he was able to spawn on me right there. Get some kill objectives, and I got the robot basically after that, which this was my first time using it, and I've only got it a few other times since. Usually I only get 1 or 2 kills with the robot, so I don't know what their defensive kill streak is for the demo guy, but I would probably recommend using that, because once you're in the robot, you don't have the dots over people, so it's kind of hard to see people where they are. And I would definitely say don't tomahawk the the bot, because that's what that guy was doing right there, and it obviously doesn't do much damage, because he would have killed me, I'm sure, unless he was missing me a whole bunch. And I got the other guy right at the end too, which was pretty helpful. And this is them they just kept coming towards us instead of just leaving us alone, sitting at the objective waiting for us. They just kept rushing to us, and so it was just sit in a room and let them come, and if they're going to come one at a time too, just sit there and pick them off one by one by one. You're going to get your kill streaks up, then you're going to be able to push forward. And right here, I was out of ammo. I didn't want to reload, and this is my very first time using C4. I end up killing him and getting the Apache for the first time too, which I was trying for so long to get the Apache. And this is kind of a little funny thing too, because you can control at a tiny bit. It's kind of hard to see the battlefield and stuff. So I fly, I crash into the wall, and I go, oh fuck, I'm probably gonna blow this thing up. It doesn't blow up. It's like, oh okay, well I'll fly into the battlefield. The pilot gets 20 rockets, so you have to be careful to use them a little bit, use them effectively at least. And so right here too, like I fire a little bit, I stop. I'm just trying to give my buddy enough kills too, because another thing too is if your buddy's already on a decent kill streak, once you call that Apache, and he's automatically going to go in the Apache, and if he can get enough kills, he can call another Apache right away too, which will just help your team so much more. And pretty much once you get the Apache, you're going to destroy that objective, whatever you're on. And so basically you'll see this right here, right when they're spawning the buildings, they can't even leave because he's shooting at them, I'm shooting at him with my rockets. And this is just basically a little celebration clip at the end, just because I was trying for so hard, because I'm trying to get all the trophies for it, and it was my last multiplayer trophy that I needed besides getting all the weapons pins. And so I was finally excited to be done with that. And they were calling us campers at the end too, but you know what, if you're gonna rush at us with Spec Ops and just keep rushing at us, we're just gonna sit there and just keep killing you. So those are some hints or tips and hints and stuff for this sector when you're attacking. I'll have some defending tips a little bit later on too, but hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.
Dude, I'm not used to that. It like flew. I thought we were gonna crash. I was like, oh my gosh.
Campers.
It's like, what's going on? Camper, you can suck my dick.
Campers.
Yeah, I know.
Campers.
Every other match they sit in corners.
I was playing support, man.
Ah. 20 and 34, 18, 21, 16, 24.